Alrighty, party peoples of the interwebs, Viva Fry, former Montreal litigator turned current Florida rumbler, just getting ready to shoot an episode of The Unusual Suspects at an actual airport, and it's really cool. I've parked on, I guess this is something of a jet lay once upon a time. There is a man on Twitter who is among the most noxious people in the universe. He goes by the name No Lie with Brian Taylor Cohen. And it's like, you know, when people give the names to organizations like the People's Freedom Party and it's an actual terrorist organization, or the Democratic Republic of North Korea, which is anything but democratic. Brian Taylor Cohen, No Lie, everything that comes out of that tweet account handle X feed is a lie. That's an exaggeration, not everything, but if you were to bet on whether or not it's a lie and you just go lie, 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 you will make money more often than you will lose money.
The reality is that Trump ran through a bunch of unqualified nominees to lead departments that they were incapable of leading, and this is what happens as a result. This right here is the consequence. Donald Trump owns all of this. Elon Musk owns all of this. And all of these spineless Republican senators who greenlit Sean Duffy own all of this. These people are such fucking cowards that they felt it was more important to kowtow to Daddy Trump than actually take their advice and consent roles seriously. And now, we can barely go a day without a plane crashing somewhere in this country. Maybe next time these Republicans should try and disconnect their lips from Donald Trump's ass and focus on the people that they're supposed to be in office representing for a change, and then the whole country might be better off.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
He puts out a tweet the other day. I gotta find the actual tweet. And it's a lie. I don't know if he thinks his followers are stupid. I don't know if his followers are stupid. I don't know if he thinks people aren't going to call him out like I'm doing right now. I will overlay the tweet right now so that you can read the lie with your own eyes. No Lie with Brian Tyler Cohen writes, Democratic Rep. Robert Garcia has published a letter sent to him by Trump's Department of Justice threatening to potentially prosecute him for criticizing Elon Musk. That is what the tweet says. You go read the letter that he got from the Justice Department, and my goodness, does it say something a little bit different. Let me bring that up right now, and I'll read it to you so we can bask in the lie from No Lie with Brian Tyler Cohen. Here it is. Rep. Robert Garcia. Dear Rep. Garcia, as United States Attorney for the District of Columbia, I receive requests for information and clarification. I take these requests seriously and act on them with letters like this one you are receiving. At this time, I respectfully request that you clarify your comments from February 12, 2025. During a live interview with CNN, when asked how Democrats can stop Elon Musk, you spoke clearly. Quote, what the American public wants is for us to bring actual weapons to this bar fight. This is an actual fight for democracy. End quote. This sounds like a threat to Mr. Musk, an appointed representative of President Donald Trump, who you call a, quote, dick, end quote, and government staff who work for him. Their concerns have led to this inquiry. We take threats against public officials very seriously. I look forward to your cooperation with my letter of inquiry after request. Thank you in advance for your senses, yada, yada, yada. No Lie with Brian Tyler Cohen says that there was a threat of prosecution because Rep. Garcia criticized Elon Musk. Now, I can steelman an argument and I can argue like a scoundrel. I can pretend to think like a scoundrel and put out the arguments that no one with half an modicum of, oh God, what's the word? Dignity would ever think of putting out there. I'll steelman it. Yeah, I'm talking about a bar fight. It's a hypothetical bar fight. And so when I talk about bringing actual weapons to a hypothetical bar fight, it's not an actual threat. Horse crap. That dude Garcia used the word actual twice in one message. He said, we're going to bring actual weapons. And now I've steelmanned the disingenuous, dishonest argument that some people out there are going to make, yeah, it was just a metaphorical bar fight. When do you bring actual weapons to a proverbial metaphorical bar fight? The answer is never. This was a direct dog whistle call to violence to bring actual weapons to this proverbial bar fight. And no lie, with Brian Tyler Cohen thinking people on the internet are as stupid and dishonest as he is, says, oh yeah, it's just a threat for prosecution because he criticized Elon Musk. Call him a dick all you want. There's a lot of jokes you can make about why Garcia might be thinking dick when he looks at Elon Musk, Brian Tyler Cohen as well. That is not what happened here. What happened here is Rep. Garcia overtly threatened to bring actual weapons to this proverbial fight for democracy, and he should be investigated and possibly prosecuted. Might be a bit of a extreme measure. He should definitely be censured, like that other Schiff for brains, Adam Schiff for lying. They need to be censured. They need to be punished. They need political and potential legal consequences as warranted under the circumstances, because you don't bring actual weapons to a metaphorical bar fight. But I'm sure you knew that, Brian Taylor Cohen, and you just wish no one is actually going to go read the fine print in that letter that Rep. Garcia posted because he threatened Elon Musk. Clear as day, black and white.
Do you think that calling Elon Musk a dick is effective messaging for confronting what is a potentially irreversible transformation of the U.S. government?
Well, he is a dick. And I think he's also harming the American public in an enormous way. And what I think is really important, and what the American public want, is for us to bring actual weapons to this bar fight. This is an actual fight for democracy, for the future of this country. And it's important to push back on the chairperson of this committee. I mean, Marjorie Taylor Greene talks about having decorum, about bipartisanship. This is the person that lies more than anybody else in the entire Congress. And so if she is going to make a mockery of hearings, I want to make sure that us as Democrats are bringing that same level of energy.
It's no more serious than that. He's just an idiot using hyperbolic talk. But one of these days, one of his unhinged, smooth-brained, idiot Democrat followers is going to do something much like we've seen in the past and hope to never see again in the future. That is the video. If you like what I do, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share my stuff because it helps the channel grow. And most importantly, call out these disgusting scoundrel liars wherever they may crawl. Brian Tyler Cohen, you have been called out. Peace out, peeps. Booyah.
I now recognize the gentleman from California, Mr. Garcia.
Well, thank you. Thank you to all of our witnesses for being here. And I want to just start off by making something clear. I think we're all here to fight against the lies, the corruptions, and the attacks on our social safety net. Now, we should in no way be cooperating with House Republicans who want to shut down the Department of Education and destroy Medicare and Medicaid. And we should not stand by as the richest man on the planet gives himself and his companies huge tax cuts while the American people get absolutely nothing. Now, I find it ironic, of course, that our chairwoman, Congresswoman Greene, is in charge of running this committee. Now, in the last Congress, Chairwoman Greene literally showed a dick pic in our oversight congressional hearing, so I thought I'd bring one as well. Now, this, of course, we know is President Elon Musk. He's also the world's richest man. He was the biggest political donor in the last election. He has billions of dollars in conflicts of interest, and we know that he is leading a power grab, also abided by and encouraged by Donald Trump and, of course, the chairwoman, Congresswoman Greene. But I also want to run through what DOJ actually is going to do. It's a demolition plan that's going to run through our government. DOJ is trying to abolish the Department of Education. That means opportunities denied to kids. It means you're ripping away opportunities for children with disabilities who are dependent on this money. You're also halting medical research, which is also critical, which we have to also stop. The idea that we're going to eliminate or destroy the Department of National Institutes of Health, NIH, is crazy. Let's talk about the Department of Labor. We're talking about protections for working people across this country, where people can actually complain about abuses their companies are making against them and their coworkers. Workers are now going to be in danger. And let's also talk about the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, another huge issue for us. Think about the scammers and fraudsters that will be empowered across this country because Elon Musk wants, essentially, these companies have more power over consumers and over people across this country. Look at the Centers for the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. That is actually what's being discussed partly today. Healthcare, we're talking about being denied to millions of poor people, working class people across this country. And now, of course, they're on to their largest target, the U.S. Social Security Administration. We're talking about the destruction of the actual social safety net in this country. We know that 1 in 5 Americans collect Social Security, seniors, disabled people. This entire plan is about hurting the American social safety net and destroying our institutions. And it's important that we actually call out what is happening at this subcommittee. This is not about working with the richest man on the planet. This is actually about empowering. This committee wants to empower the richest person in the world to hurt people so they can take all of this money that they so-called want to save and then give it to themselves, their companies, and their billionaire friends. That is the attack that is happening in this committee and across this country, and it's important that we call it out. We also know, of course, that Elon Musk is sending his unqualified DOGE staff to carry out this agenda across all these agencies. And in some cases, actually teenage staffers. No accountability, no experience, and problematic records. They're trying to rob you, and they're probably a minor. Thank you, and I yield back.